Welcome back, folks. With me, Phil Turrell. You're watching Doom 2016, and we got a chainsaw hell on Mars. So we made it back from hell successfully, and let's see how Mars has been. Well, crap, it looks like it's been in better days.
The Argent Tower is destroyed. The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well. But you've returned. The only flesh and blood to walk between.
So there's data pad number 1, and maybe I'm being a little bit suspicious of Dr. Hayden. I mean, I guess they could have just randomly called it a random place in hell, the Well. But yeah. There's going to be quite a bit of goodies on here. I believe there's like 20, I believe. And this place is going to be rather large. Thank you, Dr. Hayden. Man, yeah, hell has certainly been a lot, or hell. I mean, Mars has certainly been a lot better. So, this area is rather big. I want to say, Future Phil, correct me on this, but I believe this is the level where I was talking about, where you're going to have to do a little bit of exploring to get all the weapon upgrade points. So make sure you're aware of that before you finish this level. We need to get up there because that's actually where some secrets are located. And so we're going to have to be careful of some Cockle Demons. So make sure you take out these Cockle Demons however you want, whether that's the rocket launchers or the Gauss Cannon. I believe it's called Gauss Cannon. I'm trying to remember. I always call it Siege Cannon or Siege Rifle or Siege Mode Gun because it actually has one of my favorite alternate fire modes, even though it makes it a stationary target. But jump up here, and then we will be greeted with a lever, I believe. I'm trying to remember if there's a lever up here. I think there is. But there is a spot not here. Oh yeah, right here. Because this is where the collectible is. And that door that I'm right behind, or in front of, that is the, I want to say that is also the classic Doom map. So the lever is actually right above it, I believe. With that, we got the Cockle Demon model, the Rage guy. So, we need to go back up here. So, jump. Just be very careful. And then we're going to have to jump up here. And then there should be a lever, yeah, right here. And again, these things are really well hidden in the sense that they just look like part of the environment. So, push that there. And we're going to drop right down. And then we'll be able to enter the classic map of this area. So this Doom map will be, let's see, it will be the underhalls from Doom 2. So we can get a super shotgun there for whatever reason. If you didn't grab it, well, it's there now. So now we can continue on. And I'm going to go ahead and speed up just a little bit because I did get a little bit tiny confused because I'm thinking there's a lot of secrets here, but in reality it's not. And also I just want to look at all my stuff because one thing that does annoy me is when my codex has like question mark, or not question marks, exclamation marks all over, and I just want to go ahead and get it completed. So we're going to go back up here, we're going to climb all the way up here, and then we can't go through that door, but we can certainly go across the way over there. So we're going to have to run, jump, and then double jump, make it across. Grab whatever little pieces of armor you want. Man, this place really looks like it's seen better days. Don't bother taking out all these enemies right there. There'll be plenty. I assure you, there will be plenty. You gotta do all the hunting. There'll be an elite guard down here, so make sure you go down and you grab his flash drive. I'm running out of things to say. It's like USB stuff. Make sure you grab that. Grab his gun if you need some ammo. We have 2 points at this point. 2 points at this point. So we're going to continue on. Upgrade if you want. Otherwise, let's just keep moving. There is I believe there is a data pad somewhere here. Right there, yes. And this data pad will be the environments that we're in, calm under pressure. So I did a little bit of a jump cut right there. Because right here, I actually got lost. I was trying to find this exact monitor. Couldn't find it. But we found it now.
I believe you can use it to find the answers you seek.
So that will be our next thing we need to find in this section of the story. But it's not going to be here. I believe it's in the Lazarus Labs. And there's a little bit of dry humor that ends up happening between Dr. Hayden and Doom Marine.
From the north sector of the Advanced Research Complex, about 80 kilometers away.
And we get to ride the monorail.
We're online to take you there, but you'll need a UAC Corporate Facilities clearance card to activate it. There is a security station nearby.
Alright, so now we have all that, and now we can leave this airlock. So, hit this airlock. I want to say this is the level where we get introduced to Pinky, I believe. 1 second. Oh, you know what that means. We got a gauntlet, so I'll go ahead and stay silent for this part. Okay, and I took a lot of damage there, but let me explain what I was trying to do. I was trying to kill a Reverend in midair, because that is one of the weapon upgrade points, so we needed to go ahead and do that. And I did a little bit too much exploring up there, that's why I saw that little bit of a jump cut. So there's a little bit more enemies here, but I don't think it's a gauntlet. So you can go ahead and take these enemies out at your leisure, or however you want to do it. But make sure you kill as many of these enemies as you can, because this, again, we're going to want to hunt for quite a bit of enemies. Hell no. Take off that possess, and go ahead and take out this Hell Knight, however you want to. This is the area where I kill my Reverend at. So let's go ahead and watch. Perhaps, maybe, I don't know. Wasn't quite it. But we can go ahead and leave him alive, or you can kill him. I think I'm going to give him a chance. I'll do one more. Sorry to stay. Hurry up and get up. There you go. So you should go down with the next rocket. The reason I'm using lock on is because it shoots 3 rockets. And if the first one ends up getting him into glory kill range, the other rockets afterwards should take him out, which is what we did right there. So he's dead. We killed him in midair, so we get weapon upgrade points. That's fantastic. So now we have 4 weapon points. We can spend them on stuff. So let's see where I'll spin them on. Looks like I'm going to spin them on the mobile turret. So that is the weapon upgrade that allows the chain gun to activate 3 miniature turrets instead of 1 turret, or 3 turrets instead of 1 turret. So it does, the damage is ridiculous, but the catch is that the gun has to cool off, so you can't just abuse it and spray and pray as much as I'd like to do that, but you do have to let it cool off. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the building. I believe there's also a rune there. We're actually going to get that rune first, I believe. So let's go ahead and get that rune, I believe, future fill or past fill.
Those who came before you and those with wounds.
Right, and this one, I don't remember what this rune is, but let's go ahead and find out. Let's see, provides a significant increase in air control after a double jump. So you get to move a lot faster. So what we need to do, I believe this one, we have to just keep on moving. Collect 15 hell relics and reach the altar before the timer expires. So basically just a collectathon. Alright, so let's go. Just collect these hill icons and just keep running. And it's pretty easy, but you can make it very hard. So every time I see these things, I think about dice like in Dungeons and Dragons and all that. I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in so long, but you know the dice do bring up some good memories with me. Boop, boop. And you just you do want to keep rushing, but you do have enough time to make one mistake, maybe 2 tops. But with that, we get in-flight mobility, which is a pretty nifty reward for evasion in midair once you double jump. Alright, so going back to the Lazarus facility, I believe that's what it's called, but now we have 7 runes. Now we can equip a 3rd, so it's completely up to you how you want to equip this. I'm going to equip the in-flight mobility, I believe. Let's just double check. Nope. Maybe? Possibly? Yes. Yes. Dazed and Confused will also be a very good one because that would stun the enemies, and then they would not have very much time to recover. They have more time to recover. So, their efforts to recover is much longer, but it's good for us because they stay stunned a lot longer. What I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to get this little ledge that's back here. So get that mega health, so it increases all parameters, but more importantly, we get this secret right here. So we get another UB key from this lovely elite guard, so that's pretty awesome. So now all we gotta do is jump on a grav lift, I believe, and that grav lift will take us up. So, or we can jump across here to this grav lift. Okay, so now we got everything outside here for the most part. You can explore the bottom part, which is what I should have done. Otherwise, we're going to be spending time at the end. But I honestly should have grabbed it right there. So we're here. I'm looking at my stuff. So let's see. Am I going to upgrade power up effectiveness? That actually would be really good, especially with berserk and quad damage. It's upgrading all the way because the power up lasts longer. So that'd be nice. And then they already heal me automatically when I grab it. There we go. So that tier of Praetor armor is powered up. So my power ups I grab, such as berserk, such as vulnerability, haste. I'm trying to think quad damage. They all will last longer. I don't know how much more longer. Maybe we can find it out and post it somewhere on here. But it's very nice. That'll be very nice for battles over there. Speaking of battles, here we get introduced to the Pinky Demons. Probably one of the more obnoxious enemies because they have armor, obviously in the front. Because you know, if you can tank a Gauss round in the face and keep running, well, you got a lot of armor. Ow. So Pinky Demons, there's 2 different flavors of them. I don't remember if the invisible ones are in this game. But they can take a lot of punishment from the front, so what you want to do is you want to hit them from the back. And when you do that, they will have more of an opportunity to glory kill. Right now, you hit them from the front, unless you're using some heavy armor, they're just going to shrug it off. So make sure you hit them from behind. They're really easy. If they run towards you, they eject that. They can't zig and zag. They can only run straight really quickly. So you can jump right over them, or you can just dodge to the side. Dodging aside is normally what I do. They do hurt, but they're not super dangerous because they're very predictable. They do not have any long-range attacks, so that's very nice. And I was fortunate I didn't get my double kill right there on my shotgun. Right now I'm trying to get my double kills up with my shotgun because then we get 50 or 25 and then we can upgrade this thing to its maximum potential. And right there we got our auto map. Data log right here, so make sure you grab that, and that's half of them. And that's another one for Samuel Hayden, where they're basically talking that about the body he was built and all the good stuff he accomplished, I'm sure. Alright, Phil. We need to watch a hologram of a pinky running with a person. So actually we need to hit this right here so we can see what happened. That pinky has the body we need, and it's whatever, its giant face. Right there was a chain gun, I believe, so if you didn't get the chain gun in the previous level for whatever reason, you can get it right there.
Will not be accessible without proper clearance.
And right here, we're going to have another gauntlet, so I'm going to go ahead and stay silent for this part. Make sure you grab this Elite Guard's UBT as well. Okay, and I believe we are done with that gauntlet. So, as you see there, the quad damage does do a lot of work, so very, very nice. And keep following the pinky. You can also go down if you need to explore some of that lower region, because the lower region down there does have, actually no, that's not the lower region I'm talking about. That just leads down to the where that gauntlet began. Just follow the pinky demon. I believe there is a secret down there, but let's go ahead and take out all these possessed. We need just a few more. I think we had, is it 38 or 20 that we had? I believe we're going to go ahead and, well, I think we're going to get that up right here. 22 out of 30. Okay, so we're almost there. I thought it was like 50 we had to get, but that's okay. I'll take this. Man, imps are such the foot soldiers. I'm just freaking Kako Demon. Hit it with this with our Gauss cannon. I don't know why I switched my double barrel shotgun, but you know, I think I know because it's my favorite weapon. Something about a nice double barrel shotgun. And that's the charge shot for this combat shotgun. It's just a triple burst of shotgun shells really quick and efficiently to enemies, so it's kind of nice. I believe the mastery skill for that requires you to take out misses with it, so that's not very nice. Let's go ahead and get some health before we die, so we get all that health from the Kako Demon. Okay, I think we're gonna go down there. I'm just double checking to see if there's any enemies, which I don't see any. I mean, the music hasn't stopped. But I know Mancubuses appear on this bridge. I don't know if it's before or after. I sworn there's like a secret up there. Maybe just oh, we get pinkies. That's lovely. And pinkies gotta have some of the more interesting glory kills because he's literally killing them with their teeth, which is kind of humorous. So almost like he's being like a freaking dentist. There we go. Yoink. Yeah, I think for a majority of his glory kills, he literally is just killing them with their teeth. I'm trying to think of another glory kill they might have. And Mancubus's, I might say, like some of their kills are, I guess really the one that really is very humorous is when he grabs their heart or whatever, the power supply, and shoves it in their mouth, and it causes them to explode pretty violently. So grabs his data log 4. This will be over for Mancubus's. So Mancubus's, their organs when exposed will explode violently. So that's probably why they do such big explosions when they die from glory kills. There's a field drone here, but we can't get it. We're gonna have to find them in a bit. But there'll be another gauntlet here. As you can see, we gotta take out that Gore's Nest. But since there's a lot of weak enemies here, we're gonna make do and get our double kill achievement for the shotgun. I don't know what the heck that possessed soldier was doing. It looked kind of funky when it was running. I believe there's a mega health here. If you know where it's at, make a special note. It's right there. Try not to get it unless you actually need it. There's fuel here. I'm going to go and grab that so I can top off my fuel for my chainsaw. You can go ahead and go across here. Take out these enemies to begin with. There's health station, but otherwise, nothing really fancy to do here. So what we need to do is we need to go back to that Gore Nest turned on, and we can gain access to other regions. There's going to be quite a lot of demons in this one, so let's go ahead and start the Gore festivities. We are done with that gauntlet. So there's a couple things we can do here. We can actually get that field drone by moving a crane, and we can go ahead and continue on in order to finish the level, or finish a little bit more of the level, not finish the level. We still got to find that key card they're talking about. So we're not quite done yet. Right now, I don't know exactly what we're doing here. Yeah, so we gotta follow that pinky further, and right now I'm trying to figure out how to move this bridge, this lever, because that's how you actually get to the field drone. I think I want to come back to it later, knowing myself. Oh, demon. It's a demon! It's an imp. Imp's dead. I swear, Reverends are just super hyper annoying to me because they shoot all the rockets in it. Kind of sort of hard to avoid when you're in a narrow corridor. I'm not saying that was a narrow corridor, but they do get kind of annoying. I believe this way leads to a rune. I think this leads to a second rune. Yes, a second rune. And they're secret. So this is our armored offensive glory killing and demons drops armor. This is one of the better ones in my opinion, because when you combine this with another one we get where if you have 75% or 70 armor or 75 armor, once that glyph is upgraded all the way, this plus this makes that super awesome, because when you meet that threshold, your ammo is unlimited, minus fuel and minus BFG. So you really just want to get those two, because having infinite ammo is just so good. It really is. But what makes the challenge so hard is that you have 1 HP, but they do give you some armor so you can tank like a hit or two. But remember, just keep going. I believe those are the pinkies that turn invisible, I think. I could be wrong. Oh no, those are normal pinkies. But we have, ouch. We do have a charge shot, so remember that your charge shot is for your shotgun, it's not a grenade. With that, we beat the rune trial. We get armored offensive, glory killing demons, kills ammo. And, well, I mean, it kills ammo, it drops armor. And as I said probably earlier, is this rune actually combines very well with another rune to give us unlimited ammo if we have a certain armor threshold. So really nice. It's something I would highly recommend maxing out the little mission for the armor, which I think that one, all you have to do is collect armor shards, I think. Thank you, phone. But now what we're going to do is we're going to get the field drone here. I actually forgot, or I just tried to remember like where it was. There's a computer right here. Touch the panel. This will reset the crane, and we'll be able to use this crane as another jump pad, so we can get to that ledge where the field drone is. So let's go up here. We'll get the field drone, and we'll get an upgrade for the Gauss cannon. Unfortunately, I don't get the siege mode because I'm stupid, and I get the precision bolt, which the precision bolt honestly is not that bad. I just prefer siege mode. The precision mode is another sniper rifle esque weapon. Unlike the assault rifle where you can rapid shot, the precision bolt is a sniper rifle it takes time for it to charge. So it's still a railgun, but it's a railgun with a scope on it. So you can do massive damage to enemies with this. The difference between this and the siege mode is the siege mode is more like you fire from the hip, because you basically plant yourself onto the ground, and well, then you charge it up and you shoot, and then the shot just devastates anything that gets hit by, because it takes a minute for it to charge. So it's very nice in that regard. So it's very much like a hip fire weapon. I don't think the siege mode has a scope. You're just really just hip firing it, but it's just a super powerful weapon. It's nice for taking out Kaku demons. It's nice for taking out anything that's a bit of a ways away, so you don't have to worry about them rushing you and then attacking you from close up. You just gotta make sure there's some distance, because you cannot move at all when you have siege mode. But we'll talk about that when we get siege mode. So let's go up here. They need to go up here because there is a gourd nest we need to take out in order to get to where that pinky was that had the key card. So that gore's nest is right here. Go ahead and take it out and start the gore festivities, but we're going to go and take out the preliminary round, the practice round, if you will. And you know, I just realized the pinkies are introduced here. I think what I'm going to do, because if I remember right, the guy that has the key card is in the maw of a pinky demon. I think what I'm going to do is, for the thumbnail image, I was just thinking about it. I kind of want to like have Doom Marine like be a dentist per se, because a lot of the glory kills with the pinky demons is you're just ripping out the tooth and you're like slashing the throat open of the pinky demon. So that's pretty metal. So I'm going to stay silent for the rest of this gauntlet, and I'll catch y'all in a few. we've already defeated that gauntlet, so really quick. So we can go ahead and either get the data log that's right here, which is what I'm going to do, and then we're going to hop back a little bit to, you know what, I just realized the Cacodemon has like little small, like messed up arms. It really makes me think of the guy from Scary Movie 2. He's like, take my strong hand. It makes me think about that. So maybe that dude was like a Cacodemon human disguise. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it made me think of. But yeah, go down here and get you an Argent cell, and then we can go ahead and permanently upgrade some parameters. I think I want to upgrade my health. And we are going to use that to stay alive a lot longer. I guess in hindsight, I could have also used some ammo. That would have been very nice too. But, you know, health is just as important. Because, you know, we need health to stay alive. So, go inside this building right here. And this will lead us to the Pinky Demon that ate that poor UAC worker. So, let's go ahead and go inside. Oddly, the door is trying to close. But there's the Pinky Demon. Yeah, so... yeah, this Pinky Demon literally ate the guy, which, you know, is no surprise. It's a demon, and it's a Pinky. And Pinkies tend to be like sort of like a predator in the demon world. So we get Patriot Guy here. I believe that's the name of this doll or action figure. So we get Patriot Guy, and it's the Baron of Hell model. So let's go ahead and grab this. Y'all can stay together. Y'all die together, y'all can stay together. And what's this?
You cannot send a team in to retrieve it.
I am the head of this corporation. All your work and discoveries here belong to me. He was mine before you even found him.
Access granted.
Actually, go back in here into this vent, and then you're going to jump up into this little vent. Turn left, I believe, and there will be the last elite guard, so you can steal his USB drive. And that will be all the secrets in this part. So all we got to do now is just go on the hunt and find the rest of the demons in here. So luckily, with the power of editing and the power of fast forwarding, we'll be able to get through this relatively quickly. But first, let me go and show you where the exit is, because if you don't care about this, you can go straight onto the monorail and hop on and go try to find Samuel Hayden. But you know, if you're like me and you want to get all your weapon points that you can, then go ahead and, you know, go demon hunt. So right here, there's not going to be a lot of dangerous demons here. It's just going to be a lot of possessed and just imps. Not too difficult. Alright, there we go. Take out that imp. And we're almost close to upgrading the super shotgun with the challenges. I think I only got to kill like maybe 5 more, or get 5 more double kills with the super shotgun. And then we can get a double shot out of the super shotgun instead of just a single shot before reload. So, before we edited this part, when we got to the monorail and we were searching around for everything, I think the part was originally like 49 minutes, so we're able to cut down a lot, and I say a lot, of the looking at the map trying to figure out where to go, and just mindless wandering. Not really mindless wandering, but just trying to get from point A to point B. So you're going to see a lot of speed up sections here. So there is going to be one section up here that there's going to be a berserk power up right here. So, you know, don't forget to get that berserk power up, because I certainly did, and I didn't use it until I got to the fight with the Mancubus. But Cacodemons are going to spawn right here, so just make sure that you are really prepared to take out these Cacodemons. There'll be Mancubuses, there will be Hell Knights, Summoners, because these little shits are just a pain. But again, they are nothing compared to the freaking demon that is the Archvile and Tomb Eternal. And I'm hoping that is not a demon, and Doom the Dark Ages, which I still haven't played yet. I really want to, but it really needs to go on sale. I'm not going to spend freaking $70 on Doom Dark Ages, even though I really want to try it. So maybe later. Hopefully later they might lower the price. But anyways, this Mancubus right here, just take it out off screen. I think, yeah, off screen. Probably the first time I ran through the last level, I was able to unlock the infinite micro missiles. When I say infinite in the sense that, you know, you can keep on shooting it shooting it without having to worry about the micro missiles having to reload. You just keep on, just hold down the trigger and it'll shoot as long as you have ammo. Now with the power-ups that we got for the prayer suit upgrades for the power-ups, we fully heal when we grab a power-up, so every single item will act as a full heal. So that's nice. It'll release a shockwave when the power-up runs out, so that's nice for stunning enemies and killing little enemies. And then the last upgrade is making it last just a little bit longer. I don't think it's like twice as long. It might be like 1.5 times longer if I had to guess. But very nice, especially in the later levels when you get thrown a lot of enemies and you desperately need to heal to stay alive. That's very nice. Those power-ups, I like to keep them handy. And so here in this underground section, we go ahead and start off another little bit of a miniature gauntlet. I'm still going to talk through this part, but very, very nice. Ouch, sucks for you, dude. And man, I'm really, I mean, Doom Dark Ages has been out for a while already, but man, I really want to try the open. I think it's there's some sections, or maybe the whole game is kind of like sort of like open world. But man, I'm really wanting to try that concept with Doom, because I think honestly it can be pulled off really well, and I think it has been pulled off really well. I've been looking at some of the reviews and some of the stuff people say. It looks like a really solid game. Maybe not as good as 2016, because 2016 is by far, this is, I would say that I'm thinking really hard right now. If Doom 26 is my favorite FPS in the last, I would say maybe 5 years, maybe when I say 5 years, well, I guess 10 years, because it would be 9 years as of the recording this video, because it's currently 2025 right now, so it'd be in the last 9 years, because Doom Eternal's good, but it's just a tad too fast for me, and that's just probably a skill issue. I just don't want to put the time into, you know, just try to get a deeper understanding of the mechanics of it. It just feels very attack with your flame belch, get armor, and then, you know, attack them with grenades and freeze grenades and chain gun, rocket launcher, and then rinse and repeat with a glory kill. You know, I mean, I guess no different than this, but this one I feel it was done so much more better. But I can see where people like the faster pace of Doom Eternal. When you're on a roll, you're on a freaking roll. But man, some of those demons are like super relentless. But anyways, we're almost done with this part. Once we kill the last of these enemies up here, we'll have our final weapon upgrade point. Look at that helmet just tripped. Oh yes, so now we upgraded our super shotgun, so now we can shoot twice before reloading. So very nice. And each shot, in my opinion, I could be wrong, counts as like a double barrel shot, even though it's a single shot. So that's very nice. So you can reload after 2 shots. So you go just double tap the enemy, and then just keep going, double tap, reload, double tap, reload, double tap, reload. It's so nice. It's very satisfying. I don't know any other way to say it other than it's very satisfying that you can double tap with the super shotgun. And so now we got everything, so we're going to go ahead and make our way to the exit. I'm sure there's another shorter way of doing it, but this is just the way that came up to mind as I was thinking about where to go. But luckily, like I said, we just fast forward and get to the end. So let's go ahead and do that. So go through the door, get on the monorail, and then we'll be done with this. So folks, if you really enjoyed this part, If you could like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, it really does help out the channel, and it really does help out me, and I really appreciate it.